Hola, friends. Welcome to another week of writing. This is our second week of poetry. I can't wait to learn new things about poetry and how we can use these things in our poems this week that we create. Let's take a look at our objective for today. Remember, our objective is our writing goal. What is it that we're trying to learn or accomplish by the end of this lesson today? Okay. I can hear and visualize poems. I can explore and generate sound words. Onomatopoeia. I'm going to read this objective one more time, and I would like you to join in repeating after each time that I pause, okay? So that you and I both know what we're going to be working on in writing today. I can hear and visualize poems. I can explore and generate sound words. Onomatopoeia. Okay, go ahead and take a second to read the objective on your own now. Great, first graders, you are ready to go. Let's go ahead and review what we did last week. Remember, last week was our first week of poetry. This is the question I would like you to think about right now. What did we learn during writing last week? And when you have an answer, show me a silent thumb on your chest. Great, I see a lot of thumbs up right now. I'm going to wait for a couple more so that you can share in a second. All right. By having the silent thumb on your chest, you have let me know that you have an idea about what we learned last week. Go ahead and pause this video right now so that you can share with your pet, your stuffy, or your family member. Great. Well, let's go ahead and write some of those ideas down. I heard some of you say that we learned about poetry last week, that we heard poems, that we visualized. We made some images, some mental images in our brains. We acted out poems safely at our homes. And we made a list of movement words, or another name for that is verbs. Last week, you had an opportunity to hear poems, act out poems, visualize poems, and create a movement word chart, or another name for that is verbs. And so today, we're going to listen to another poem called Riding on the Train. And there are 3 words that I would like you to know before we get started, so that when we come across those words in the poem, you know exactly what they are. And the first one is stations. Can you say stations? Awesome. Stations are places where trains stop to pick up and drop off passengers. On this page, you can see a picture of a train station that I have. There are people on the side waiting for their train to travel to a different city or a different place. The second word is Wilmington. Can you say that? Wilmington. That's the name of a city that is used in the poem. The wait is said by the train conductor. He says, Wilmington. The third word is jiggling. Can you say that? That means moving quickly up and down or back and forth. Great. Now that you know our 3 words, I'm going to read the poem to you, and I would like you to close your eyes because we're going to visualize. We're going to build a mental image in our brains based off of the words that we hear today. So if it helps you, go ahead and tilt your head a little bit down like this, close your eyes, and then I'm going to go ahead and begin the poem. Keep it at a level 0. I just need you to listen and create those mental images in your brain. Here we go. Riding on the train. I see fences and fields, barns and bridges, stations and stores, trees, other trains, horses and hills, water tanks, towers, streams, old cars, old men, roofs, raindrops crawling backwards on the window. I hear ruggedy ruggedy, squeakity squeakity, Rumbly, rumbly. Woo woo! Wilmington. I feel my leg jiggling, my bottom bouncing, my shoulders shaking, my head rolling. I'm getting sleepy. You have heard the poem one time. Here are two questions that I would like you to think about. What is happening in this poem? What movement words or verbs did you hear? Go ahead and pause this video right now so that you are able to think about the two questions. What is happening in this poem? What movement words or verbs did you hear? And then pair up with your stuffy, your pet, or your family member to share your ideas. Thank you for sharing your ideas, poets. I'm going to go back and reread the poem again. Remember, reread means to go back and read again. I'm not going to read the entire poem. I'm only going to read the second stanza of the poem. And your job as a poet is to listen for some sound words that you hear in this poem in that second stanza. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to read it. Please listen for sound words. I hear ruggedy ruggedy, squeakity squeakity, rumbledy rumbledy, woo woo, Wilmington. What sound words did you hear? Poets, what sound words did you hear in that second stanza? Go ahead and pause this video right now and share with your partner what sound words did you hear in that second stanza.
Onomatopoeia is using words that imitate the sounds things make. We call them sound words. Zoom, 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 kaboom! To the onomatopoeia alphabet. Boo, 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 choo, choo! To the onomatopoeia alphabet. Say the letter, say its sound, then say a word that makes a sound. Move, move, move! Girls and boys, move, move, move! To the words that make noise. Onomatopoeia. A says a achoo, achoo. B says b, boing, boing. C says caw, caw. D says d, ding dong. E says ek, ek. F says fizzle, fizzle. G says g, gobble, gobble. H says ho, ho, ho! Zoom, zoom, zoom! Kaboom! To the onomatopoeia alphabet. Boo, boo, boo! Choo, choo! To the onomatopoeia alphabet. I says it, itch, itch. J says j, jingle, jingle. K says kapow, kapow. L says lick, lick. M says munch, munch. N says nay, nay. O says nom, nom, nom. P says ping, ping. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Kaboom! To the onomatopoeia alphabet. Boo, boo, boo. Choo, choo! To the onomatopoeia alphabet. Q says quack, quack, quack. R says roof, roof. S says suey, suey. T says toot, toot. U says ugh. V says vroom, vroom. W says whoosh, whoosh. X says kazing, kazing. Y says yeehaw, yeehaw. Z says zap, zap. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Kaboom! To the onomatopoeia alphabet. Boo, boo, boo. Choo, choo! To the onomatopoeia alphabet. Now, let's spell onomatopoeia together. O-N-O-M-A-T-O-P-O-E-I-A. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is fun. Let's be.
We went ahead and listened to a poem, and you had a chance to talk to your partner about the sound words that you heard in this poem. And we know that by watching this video with Jack Hartman, that these sound words are called onomatopoeias. And so onomatopoeias are words that sound like the object or action they're referred to, like pow, bang, zap, pop. For example, I could put a popcorn bag in the microwave, and as the popcorn begins to cook in the microwave, I can hear pop, pop, pop. That's an onomatopoeia. That's a sound word. What words in the video that you just watched are made up? What did you hear? And when you're ready, go ahead and pause this video and share with your partner what words were made up in this video. All right, poets, we're going to go ahead and read and discuss another poem. This poem is called Ears Here. And there are two words that I would like you to become familiar with that you're going to hear in the poem. The first word is kettles. Can you say kettles? Kettles are metal pots used for boiling water. And you can see that right here. This is a kettle, a metal pot. And you're also going to hear the word autos, and that's another word for cars. Here is an example of an auto. It's a Tesla. You're going to listen to Ears Here, and you're going to create a mental image in your brain. You're going to visualize by using the words that you hear. All right, my friends, go ahead and close your eyes, and if it helps you, tilt your head and just listen to the words. Ears Here. Flies buzz, motors roar, kettles hiss, people snore, dogs bark, birds cheep, autos honk, beep beep, winds sigh, shoes squeak, trucks honk, floors creak, whistles toot, bells clang, doors slam, bang bang, kids shout, clocks ding, babies cry, phones ring, balls bounce, spoons drop, people scream, stop, stop. What sound words did we hear in this poem? Pause this video and share with your partner the different sound words that you heard in this poem. Thank you for sharing all of the sounds that you heard in this poem with your partner. The next question I would like you to think about is, what do the dogs or the trucks or the people do in this poem? And what other sounds might they make? Take a second to think about that. And when you have an idea, go ahead and share with your partner by pausing this video right now. Thank you for sharing with your partner some of the sound words that you heard in this poem, and what dogs did in this poem, what people did in this poem, and what trucks did in this poem. I made a list right now, some of the ideas that you shared with your partner, and we know that one idea is that people were snoring in this poem. Dogs were barking. Trucks were honking. But there were other things happening too, like cars that were beeping, flies that were buzzing, doors that were slamming, bang, okay, and phones that were ringing. These are just some examples of sound words or onomatopoeia in this poem, Ears Here. We're going to take what we discussed with our partner today about sound words, the different sound words that we heard in both poems. And we're going to use those sound words today to create a poem together. Poets can use sound words to make the writing more interesting, and it helps the reader visualize what's happening with different things in the poem. And that's what we're going to do today. Poets, we've learned so much about two poems today, and we've learned that poems can have sound words, right, to make it more interesting. And so we're going to take what we heard from ears here and create our poem together today called What Else Do We Hear? Now, there are some objects and some things or animals on here, and I'm going to sit down right now and think about the different sounds that this thing, animal, or object make so that I can create a poem using onomatopoeia, or another name for that is sound words. My first word that I have here is hands. What can I do with my hands that can make a sound? Well, oh, I know we clap at assemblies, right, to show appreciation. So I'm going to use the word clap. Fingers, what do my fingers do? Fingers. I know my fingers can tap on my desk. Mice. Mice. Oh, little mice squeak, squeak, squeak. They squeak. Chickens. How do chickens sound? How do chickens sound? They're running around, they're like squawk, squawk. Balloons. Well, I know that I don't really like balloons. I'm a little scared of balloons when they pop. When they make that sound of the popping sound is a little scary. So I'm going to say pop. Balloons pop. Motorcycles. What do motorcycles sound like? What do motorcycles sound like? Well, when they turn it on, when someone turns on a motorcycle, it makes a really loud, like roaring sound. So motorcycles roar. Snakes. Snakes. I know snakes hiss. Snakes hiss. Frogs. Frogs. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Okay, so I'm going to go back and reread what I have so far. Hands clap, fingers tap, mice squeak, chickens squawk, balloons pop, motorcycles roar, snakes hiss, frogs ribbit. I think that's pretty good. I think that's what I feel. By using these words, they make my writing or my poem more interesting. So yeah, I'm going to keep that. Let's read the poem together one time, and then we're going to talk about what's going to happen next. What else do we hear? Hands clap, fingers tap, mice squeak, chickens squawk, balloons pop, motorcycles roar, snakes hiss, frogs ribbit. Well, friends, now it's your turn, and you're going to help me finish this poem. Go ahead and grab your writing journal and a writing tool right now, and I want you to take a second to think about what 4 things can I add to this poem. You've noticed a pattern, okay, of the object or an animal, and then the onomatopoeia word, right, the sound word. So you're going to come up with 4 new lines, okay? Go ahead and add to our poem and make it your own at the end, okay? Think about what you can use and what sound words those things or animals make. Go ahead and grab your writing journal and begin to write in our poem with a pencil or a pen. Remember, you are adding 4 more lines to our poem, okay? 4 more ideas to our poem about an animal or an object or a thing that makes a sound, because we're practicing how to use our sound words or onomatopoeia in our poem today. Friends, thank you so much for your hard work today. I will see you on Friday. Keep up the hard work.